Right, so remember last time when we beat Boa Vista 4-0 and everything looked rosy? Well, let's just say it's far from. And this is why. To be fair, we had some tough games to start off with that have got far better players. HJK, for instance, and SJK were in first and second at the time. And yeah, it just wasn't very good. I decided, because obviously last time I said we'll come back for Boa Vista. And I thought, I want to try and get through this season. I want to try and press on. And I ended up playing the game against Boa Vista. It was a pretty dire game, to be fair. 0-0 until the last minute when they got a winner for the actual game, but not in the tie. So we got through, got about 75 grand for it as well, which was pretty handy. But yeah, we continued as poor form with a 3-1 loss as well away at SJK. We did deserve to lose that game. They were far better than us. But we actually got drawn against West Ham United, which is who we're going to be playing today. We lost 3-1 at home. Our goal was a bullshit goal where the goalkeeper just got the ball, stood on it for ages, let the striker take it off him and scored. Because this game is awesome. And then we played FC Ilves, and they were 7th, and I actually thought that maybe we might have a chance of getting some points on the board. Wasn't to be. We just got beat 4-1, got destroyed, actually. They got 2 early goals in the second half. It just killed us off. We were unlucky to be 2-1 down at half-time, and then they just came out and destroyed us. I don't know what happened. There has been some transfers. Some of them I can't play in Europe yet because I can only make like one change at a time. Did cause one of the new signings to be unhappy, but I had no means to get everyone in the team. So the signings of these: Roy Simonson, obviously you recognise his name. I couldn't get Nordheim, so I got Simonson in on loan. They weren't very happy, weren't the fans, because I thought we should be progressing our own youngsters. But when you're a striker that is a youngster, has got a finishing of 7, then you're always going to struggle like crazy. So I thought I'll bring him in. It's someone I know. Hopefully can do something for us. But so far it's been pretty shit, if I'm honest. Next was Anders Amundsen on a rotation contract, 450 quid. Freebie. Didn't think he was that bad, to be fair. He could cover the fullback role pretty well. He's a left-footed left back as well, so it freed us up like in removing some of the other players that perhaps weren't that good. In terms of his attributes, mainly it's tackling more than anything. It has got a little bit of potential left over. We'll have to wait and see if he gets there. But I particularly liked his physicals and his teamwork and work rate, so that's hence why I got him in. Then on loan from Spartak Moscow, I managed to get this guy in, Nikolai Bakhtin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Looks pretty good, to be fair. Hasn't really shown it so far. I've got him into playing the wing. Obviously, he's decent at finishing as well, so he's an option to go up front. But you'll probably see shortly as to why he won't be playing up front. But yeah, it's I like the look of this guy. Obviously, I can't do anything about his personality being unsporting. His determination 17, so I think it's worth leaving it at that. But I liked his teamwork, his work rate. His physicals were pretty good, apart from obviously strength. But for a winger, it's not massive that you need it, I don't think. But yeah, I'm very excited to get him in. The next loanee, Adil Santos, he's coming on loan from Ponte Preta. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I like to look at this guy as well. I mean, you can see above current ability and potential ability is pretty damn awesome. And yeah, can play advanced forward or poacher, so I thought it was decent. He's left-footed, very determined individual. Where it could be a little bit better, but hopefully that can get worked on at some point. I don't know whether it will because he's on loan, but who knows? If we can sign him at the end of the loan period, then maybe we can do something about that. But anyway, yeah, very. I like to look at him. 6'1", 9 heading. It's not the best, but he does all right, to be fair. And then lastly, on deadline day, I brought in Emil Holm. This is the guy who kicked off because I couldn't get him into the registration. You couldn't change one player at a time. We got rid of one of his centre backs, and I've got this guy in. Basically the second choice really now. But he didn't have the best of debuts. He got beat 4-1. But he's better than what we've got. And this was the best player I could bring in. It has cost us money. He's on 900 quid a week. He's down as backup, but that's just so it keeps him happy if he's not playing. And I thought that's why I decided to leave leave him out of the selection for registration. Because I thought with it saying backup, maybe he'll accept that. But it seems otherwise he wasn't that happy. But he can play defensive midfielder or as an emergency ball-winning midfielder if needs be, so I will be bearing that in mind. In terms of the outs, obviously, as you know, we brought in a couple of players. So Mikkel Antonsen went out on loan first. Didn't like his technicals. Decent crossing, that was about it. But he is only on loan, so we could keep him if we want to. And then otherwise, it was Linus Salin, that guy who I was on about the centre-back. He's just not very good. He's not very quick. And yeah, I just didn't like the look of him. So off he goes. I did want to show you this goal, though, because I had a right perky on after that. I mean, what a goal that was. What a thunderbolt. It's like a Paul Scholes-esque goal. But yeah, I want to highlight a few players here. Like, this is what we're up against. These are top of the league. Kelvin Eze, he's actually there. He's not on loan or anything. Look how shit hot he looks. You know, and then our best striker is arguably Olsen, where he's got some good attributes, don't get me wrong, but he's not exactly in the same league as him. So look at that all-round player, heading 15. Jumping reach only 5, he's only 5'7", but even so, when you're up against players like this, I'm very surprised that we're actually in Europe in the first place. In terms of dynamics, I've just done a team meeting, and that's hence why the dressing room is all right, because it had just dropped to about week. I think you can maybe just see it there, slight little bit of red. I think I can see that. Yeah, it's very, very dark. But yeah, we are having to try and sort something out. I'm going to have a look at the hierarchy, because obviously the form's down, and you can guarantee we're probably going to get beat by West Ham. I've got a few players that oppose me so far, a couple that support me, so that's good, a couple of newbies. But yeah, the social groups are probably a little bit spread out, I suppose. But yeah, let's just get into today's game, shall we? Just a quick note, suspensions and injuries and unregistered players. I'm struggling here, and the team isn't the strongest it could be, but it's as strong as I can do at this moment in time. Right, so here we go. As you can see, the West Ham team looks very, very strong. Got Pope in goal, of course. Gomez playing at left back for some reason. I offer Veliquez, Langong, I don't know who they are. But then you got Josh Cullen, you've got Arnautovic, who's probably about 306 years old now. Chadley, likewise. Fernandez, I'm not sure who he is. I'm sure somebody will let us know. Boubacar, I've had a look at these players and just shit up. Rogers, Kenny Rogers, coming out of retirement from his music career, I think in the country scene. He's making a debut. Our team, as you can see here, it's pretty much same same formation. Of the new guys, I don't think there's anyone playing of the new guys because, like I said, I struggled to fit them in, and the other new guys got suspended. So we are massive underdogs, and that is exactly what I'm going to say, because although they beat us, and it's a good thing to use most of the time, I don't think it's worth it when you're massive underdogs. I think you've got to keep everyone calm as best you can. So they're itching to get out there, so let's see what they can do. Right, so here we go. Let's watch us get knocked out of Europe, shall we? Right, here we go. First highlight. We've managed to last 7.5 minutes without conceding. I'm going to say it's not... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say it's not going to last much longer because he's going to get tackled, but for a second I didn't think that was going to happen. Fortunately, Arnautovic is shooting. I mean, obviously we lost his first game 3-1, so we are going to need to score 3 goals at the very least. So it's a very tall ask. And obviously that's why I've left it on attacking, purely for the fact that we need to score goals. But if Roger scores here, it's still no different. We still need to score 3 goals just to take it to extra time. It's yeah, look at our fans. It's quite a lot of fans, is that actually, for our team? I'm quite pleased with that. I would say less pleased if there was going to be a goal there, but never mind. But yeah, if we can hold these to a draw, I'll be happy. Just in terms of, I know we're not going to do anything in Europe. You know, we played against West Ham, for God's sake. It could have been really much harder, in my opinion. But who knows? You never know what can happen in this on this game. Stranger things have indeed happened. I was hoping we could at least get a point. Well, take a draw to England, but it wasn't to be. So it's 0-0 at half time, which I don't think is that bad. I think now with the game poised, why not? Let's try this. Didn't get the reaction I wanted. I'm not going to lie. A little bit of calm faith. Didn't really do much, but let's see what happens. Right, corner for West Ham. Is it going to be a goal? Yes, it is. Arnautovic is going to score. They can eat the words from earlier on. Never mind. Right, let's push forward. We've got to do it. We've got to go for it. Instant highlight pretty much straight away. Are they going to double the lead? Are we going to get one on the counter? Because we've not had a shot on target yet. We've had 3 shots. Looks like 1 blocked. We've had 1 half chance. So, you know, if we are able to create some chances, we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, it's a very much a weakened side, purely for the fact of all the new signings. I couldn't get them into the registration, unfortunately. I actually thought it was going to be a goal, but no, Aspring gives him the ball, hoofs it long, and Olsen with his pace gets him behind, but then for some reason casually jogs to the ball, allowing everyone to get back and tackle him, and then they're going to hoof it down the other end of the field, I'm going to guess, and they're going to get him behind and score. You watch. 3, 2, 1. It's like you just know, you smell it a mile away. Right, so we've got an instant highlight. I've decided to make make 2 changes. They haven't come on just yet, but I'm taking off Aspring, just mainly resting players now. I'm also taking off Astrom for Roy Simons and see what he can do. We'll have to wait and see. But IOF is going to probably cross it in to make it 3. No, Rogers is going to put it wide. Right, there we go. The changes that have been made. It's a shame this, because I thought after beating Boa Vista, maybe we had a slight chance, just only a slight chance, of at least, you know, having a closer, like, tie, if you like, because 5-1 is a little bit shit. It makes me feel a little bit shit as well. But, you know, it can't be helped. Ball is won, though. Simonson now finds Sid. He's not really done anything in this game so far, apart from give it away. Now it's Sid again. Carlson, come on, one of the subs. Karlström. Is that right? No, Karlström's the guy, and we've scored a goal. Simonson with his very first goal for the club, and it's against West Ham. I mean, it doesn't get well, that's probably one of the hardest games he'll ever have to play, or the hardest teams to play against. We've got a goal, so fair play to him. Right, we've got another highlight. We've had quite a few chances actually since. Can we get a respectable draw out of this? Olsen whips it in, back post. No, Pope is there. Plucks it out of the air. And kicks it long towards that guy, Haksabanovic, or whatever he's called. It's given away again now, and it's Brahim Diaz. He's giving it away though. He obviously likes chili peppers. But anyway, Simonson's kind of in behind it. He's got there ahead of Johnny Evans. It's played in towards Olsen. It's headed. It's on target. It's a bit of a tame header straight at Pope. Right, so in the end, we've actually created quite a few chances. I'm quite pleased with this performance, really. We haven't done that bad. I know we've lost. We've created 2 clear-cut opportunities. We've had 4 half chances. They've only had 1 more half chance than us in terms of that, unless this is going to be a goal. No, it's cleared away. I just brought on Turpine, and this guy was injured. He's been injured for about the whole duration I've been here. And it was quite a long-term one. He's back in 3 days. I thought, you know, 10 minutes, I'm sure won't do any harm. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I've been quite buoyed by this performance. It's not been terrible, and you can see the scores. A couple of people in 7s. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. Despite losing, I don't think you can be too disappointed. And I'm going to say that, you know, I can't fault you for effort, because that is exactly right, basically. Some really good performances there. So yeah, let's have a look and see. Because obviously now we're out of the cup. I don't know where we're expected to actually finish in the cup, to be fair. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, we've got 209 grand. I'm pretty sure the board will be happy. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I mean, they expected us to reach the 2nd qualifying round. We actually got to the 3rd round, so I think they can't be, you know, they've got to be really happy. I mean, the board expectation for the cup is reach semi-final. I think that's a little bit harsh. It's a little bit tough, I think. But now attention's turned to the league, which obviously we'll have a look and see when we're going to be coming back. And to be honest with you, it's probably, unless we're going to be in danger of getting relegated or something like that, we're going to come back for the last game of the season against FC Lahti. Because if I do look at the table, which I forgot to show you earlier on, you can see here we've got 6 points clear, far superior goal difference as well. So it's essentially 7 points to get into the relegation spots. But anything can happen. It's definitely the case. So hopefully it's not going to come to that. Hopefully we could pick up at least a couple more wins. I think 2 more wins will probably see us like safe. Basically, there is 7 games to go, but I can't see them winning, like, you know, 4 or 5 of their games. But again, strange things have happened. But it's yet another loss. It's 6 losses in a row, although that was kind of classed as a win, was Boa Vista. But next we've got VPS, who are, you know, 4th. And then we've got 10th and 7th. So, and then 12th. So these games here in particular are going to be big for us. But yeah, we're going to come back, like I said, FC Lahti, last game of the season. Hopefully you can join us for that. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.